What's up, everybody? The time is here. It's finally here. The U.S. Open Cup is back for the first time since 2019, and your Maryland Bobcats will be taking on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds tonight at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is your official Maryland Bobcats watch-along. We will not have the game broadcast here. You have to go to ESPN Plus for that, or else there's copyright rules. If we show that here on the Maryland Bobcats YouTube channel, we'll get it taken down, and we don't want that to happen. So you have to go to ESPN Plus to watch that. This is the watch along. So this is if you're here watching with me in my living room. I'm going to be talking about the match, giving some of my analysis, all that type of stuff. And so, yeah, we should be getting underway in just a minute. It's a solid Maryland Bobcats lineup, and that's where I'll start today. Christian Calker in net, and not Felix Anand, Moses McKinday, Richard Forka, Davey Mason, the three defenders. They're going with a 3-5-2 today, something that we've seen a bit from this Maryland team. So it's McKinday making his Bobcats debut back from injury, Forka and Mason, who we have seen back there so often. Brandon Clegg is out along with Yaya Fane. Fane due to two yellow cards, which resulted in a red back in 2019. Brandon Clegg out due to cup ties as he helped Nova FC qualify for this U.S. Open Cup, so he's not in it for the entirety of the tournament. If the Bobcats win, Yaya Fane will be back next time. But for this, it's three in the back, McKinday, Forka, and Davey Mason. In the midfield, Sam Solomon, Jocelyn Poseidon, Bernardo Mahano, Drew Wivel, and Christian Snyder. Snyder making his Bobcats, making his first start, as is Wivel and Solomon. So those three all making their first starts. Schneider making his Bobcats debut, coming back from injury. Darwin Espinal and Manny Gonzalez, the two men that they have up top on the ESPN feed when they talked about lineups. We'll see if Manny Gonzalez is actually going to be up top as the match is underway. About 50 seconds in, already a chance for the Riverhounds. Not the way that the Bobcats wanted to start this. They already have a corner kick. And so not exactly what Maryland was hoping there to start. So it's a corner now for the Riverhounds. Doesn't look like the biggest crowd, maybe 30 or so of the Steel Army behind the goal where the corner is taking place now. It's a good punch out from Calker. A bit dangerous still in the area. Maryland has got to have a good start to this match if they want to win it. And we'll see. There's nothing to lose for this Maryland team. Absolutely nothing to lose. Because if you lose to a team in the higher division, and that's exactly what's expected. But if you win, you most likely play an MLS team, and DC United would probably be that MLS team, considering they're the local one. And, what that could do for the club is just unimaginable. So Maryland still yet to really have a possession. We're about 2 minutes in for those of you just watching here on the watch-along stream. I have the ESPN Plus feed. That's the only place to watch this live, unfortunately. As I mentioned when I first started, we can't actually show the game stream here on YouTube, or else the stream will get taken down. Christian Calker in net today for Maryland, the Sierra Leone international. Hasn't played a match yet this year for the Bobcats, but was one of the team's top players last year. Maryland struggling with possession so far. I said this to someone earlier today when I was talking about this match with one of my friends. I think that this has a chance to be kind of similar to what Maryland's match against Chattanooga was in the season opener, with Pittsburgh dominating possession. Maryland, on the other hand, kind of playing it a bit slow and just trying not to allow any goals. The U.S. Soccer channel isn't streaming this one because the way that their deal was with ESPN Plus was ESPN would stream every game and the ones that weren't would go on YouTube. All matches from now on, starting here in the second round, are going to be on ESPN Plus. So no more on the U.S. Soccer YouTube channel, unfortunately. But Maryland still unable to really control the possession about 3.5 minutes in. It's not the strongest lineup that we've seen from this Riverhounds team. A nice job there from Espinal to take it away. Got to really control that. Good hustle from Solomon. Overall, not the worst start from Maryland to be about close to 4 minutes in and not allow any goals yet. And again, Maryland without Fane and Clegg, their two center backs. It's going to make this hard. Definitely, this match without those two guys, it's not going to be easy. Elijah Amo, Joseph Boone, both on the bench today. Maybe some potential super subs. Can hope that they can come in against what will be a tired Riverhounds defense and do some damage later on. But they have to keep this close here. Good job of taking away possession. Got 4:20 into this match. See if they can really control possession and calm down with the ball at all, because it's really been Pittsburgh's all the way so far almost. Nice job there. That's some nice passing. There's Wivel. That's a nice run. Let's see what Espinal can do. That's a corner from Maryland. 5 minutes in, they've got a corner kick. I mean, that's good. I'm here. You can see the Bobcats shirt. This is a Bobcats thing. I'm almost taking an Arlo White approach to this. He's a massive Leicester fan. If you follow him on any social media, he's one of the biggest Leicester fans that you'll see. Well, I'm a Bobcats fan. When I'm not calling the game, when I am, I'm neutral. But here, definitely do not have to be. Let's see what Espinal can do on the corner. Maryland has struggled a bit on corners ever since they've really became a professional club, as they'll now get a free kick. Let's see. I can put these up. It says Nika says, what's Maryland's highest achievement? They were the UPSL national champions before they became a professional club. So they've been around since, I think, 2013. They were an amateur club for a while, made the jump to pro in starting the 2021 season. But in 2019, the fall of 2019, they were the national UPSL champions. So that was really where they started their rise. And since then, it's been going up and up. They finished in 9th in the NISA League last year, 9 out of 10, which not great, but they were 3 points away from finishing in 4th. That's just how close that league was. And they've started off this season really well. Maryland, when they were an amateur team, was always one of the top in the state, as Espinal tried to go for a goal there from around 30, 40 yards out, closer to midfield into the top of the box, and went a bit too high. Keeper today for the Riverhounds, Waite, making his professional debut, played collegiately at UConn. So a younger player, and we've seen some UConn guys on the Bobcats in the past. Jake Dengler, who left the team last year and is now with the South Georgia Tormenta in the USL League One, played at UConn. So did Alex Cow, one of the youth coaches who's currently injured. He ended up playing at UConn. So a bit of a UConn connection there. The Bobcats have had two past Pittsburgh Riverhounds players, one currently on the roster. Kay Banjo on the team right now. Sammy Kasai was on the squad last year. He played for the Riverhounds. So there's a bit of a connection between these two teams, but they have never played against each other. Pittsburgh wins a free kick. About 7:20 into this match. Still no goals. If you're Maryland overall, you got to be pretty happy with that. Only one other 7 o'clock start in the U.S. Open Cup second round today. That is the Charlotte Independence versus North Carolina Fusion U23 at 7:30. We have Indy 11 versus St. Louis City 2, the Tampa Bay Rowdies versus the Villages FC, and then the one that everyone who knows NISA is really looking forward to, Detroit City FC versus the Michigan Stars. For those of you watching in the comments, is that a derby? I mean, is it? Detroit doesn't want to say it is. For a lot of reasons. They don't like the Stars, but those are two Detroit area teams. Is it one? I mean, that's probably going to be a very tense matchup. Devin Amu-Mensah now with Detroit City. He was with the Stars last year. A lot of back and forth, especially between the owners of the Stars, the Junkai family, and the Detroit City fan base. That'll be interesting to watch for sure. That one starts in about 20 minutes at 7:30. At 8, Union Omaha versus the Des Moines Menace. 8:30, FC Tulsa versus Tulsa Athletics. An amateur squad at 8:30. We have the San Antonio FC taking on Defeaters Kick Soccer Club. Then 9:30, New Mexico United versus Las Vegas Legends FC, a team that plays in Nisa Nation and Nisa affiliate. Central Valley Fuego versus El Paso Locomotive. I think that's 10:30. I'm trying to do the local time. Might be 9:30. It's military time, 22:30. I think that's 10:30. And then also Orange County SC against LA Force at 22:30 military time on the East Coast. That'll be an interesting one. The LA Force have struggled to start the NISA season for sure. They're playing against, they're playing against the team, Orange County, that plays where Cal United plays Championship Stadium. So they know that facility, and maybe they can end up pulling off a win there. Not a great pass there from Manny Gonzalez. Loses possession from Maryland. They had it for a bit, but lose it there. Someone asking San Antonio FC versus Defeater Kicks Soccer Club. That's a USL Championship side versus a amateur side. So you have to imagine that you're going to pick the USL Championship side to win that one. San Antonio FC did lose their last match 2-0 to Phoenix Rising, a team that has struggled a bit before that, though, beating Rio Grande Valley and LA Galaxy 2. I'd pick San Antonio to win that one. I think you essentially have to pick the higher division team to win almost every single match in the U.S. Open Cup, just simply because that's where, that's, if you're talking about odds, that's where you're going to be. The higher division teams definitely always have a better chance to win the match. So if I'm going to pick, I'd definitely pick San Antonio. 10 minutes in, honestly, a decent start here for Maryland. I think the big thing for them is don't go down early. Keep yourself tied. Keep yourself in the match. I think a lot of the goals for them come from the bench. And Elijah Amo, I think the strategy for the Bobcats is keep it tied as long as possible and then come in with those fresh legs towards the end and get a late goal. I think that we see, if Maryland wins, probably a 1-0 or a 2-1 scoreline. I don't think anything higher than that if Maryland's going to win. If Pittsburgh wins, I think probably 2-0. I think if they get one, they might get a second. So I'd say if Pittsburgh wins 2-0, if Maryland wins, it's either 1-0 or 2-1. Tom, that would be my guess. Orange County, they are a higher division club than the LA Force, but the LA Force have really been one of the best teams in NISA for a long time, and their FC Golden State Force has been one of the best amateur teams in the nation. So they have a lot of talent in that program, and they've struggled a bit so far in the NISA League season. They struggle to score, so I'd pick Orange County FC if I pick a winner there. But if there's going to be an upset, if there's going to be a NISA team beating a higher division team, I might pick LA Force. Balls in the box. This might be a chance for Pittsburgh. Luckily, Maryland able to get it out a bit. Still, though, kind of in the attack here for the Riverhounds. Pittsburgh's had a couple loose balls in the area, and that would have been a close chance there. Almost a free header in the box for Borso, one of the strikers for the Riverhounds, but a good job for Maryland. Not allowing any goals. Calker's a really solid keeper. His biggest weakness is probably him playing with his feet. But, if we're talking about shot stopping, he's one of the best goalies in all of NISA. And in a match like this, I think shot stopping is probably going to be something that's important, as Maryland wins a free kick in the Pittsburgh half of the field. The Riverhounds definitely not playing their top lineup that we've ever seen from them, as you expect in a U.S. Open Cup match. You expect to see a lot of reserves from these higher division teams, but that gives hope, especially to these lower division squads, because you see that they don't have their top guys in, and there's Maryland players, Moses McKinday, one who comes to mind, who was just in the USL Championship, and who says that they didn't deserve to stay there, especially if they would have been on the bench there, but they wanted to come to a division lower. That meant that they'd be able to start every match. So, there's definitely a chance here for these lower division teams to pull off some upsets.
From earlier this year.
About a third of the way into this half, about 14 and a half minutes in. If you're Maryland, you got to be, I think, semi-happy with how this match has gone. The fact that it's still scoreless is a positive for you. I think the more this gets out of hand, the more that you give Pittsburgh the advantage. The more goals there are, I think that gives a better chance for Pittsburgh to win. And so for it to be scoreless 15 minutes in is a positive for Maryland. Good job there from Darwin to keep it in. He's been really good so far in these first couple matches of the year. 2 goals in 2 matches. You can watch this game on ESPN+. That's the only way to watch the remainder of the U.S. Open Cup matches for the rest of the tournament in the second round now. The MLS teams join in the third. Uh-oh, here's a chance for Pittsburgh. Just cleared out, Davey. A good job there. Mason. Smart play. Didn't try and rush and kick it out for a throw-in or for a goal kick. Just evaded the attacker and goes for a Maryland goal kick. And Calker. Looks like he's wearing the captain's armband today. Going to making his first appearance of the year for the Bobcats with Felix Adan, who moved to the States from Ghana after playing for Asante Kotoko for about 10 years. The Ghanaian international had a lot of the spotlight in the first 2 matches of the year, and they give Calker the start here in the Open Cup. Calker, guy who's played internationally in Africa, just as Felix did. Calker played for the Sierra Leone national team, and a good stop there. Good stop there from Christian. His first save of the match, the first shot on net. A lot of power on it. Did a good job of cleaning it up. Didn't allow any rebounds. That's where a lot of goals come from when you're playing a lower division team. So much power come from these shots, but really solid save there from Christian. As they're talking about it on the broadcast, just great technique, and you got to agree with that. And by the time they finished off the replay, Maryland already has it over about parallel to the top of the box. See what Solomon can do. Had 2 in the last match, and that's a corner. See what they can do. A corner kick from Maryland. They don't really score many headers off of corners, and I wouldn't expect that in this match. I mean, McKinday is the tallest guy in it, probably 6'1". Not a lot of height in, but not too much height, honestly, here for the Riverhounds either today. Espinal sends it in. And it's out easy. These are chances for Pittsburgh to counter, definitely, off of a set piece or a corner if Maryland gets stuck in behind. Pittsburgh likes to go quick when they're playing in the championship or when they're playing here in the Open Cup. You could definitely expect to. They'd keep that up. They want to go quick, play some long balls whenever they have a chance. And Maryland in the last match against Flower City really struggled against long balls. They gave a good amount of chances for Flower City off of them and even resulted in a couple chances for one-on-one opportunities. They've done good so far. That's not good there. Just like that was Solomon, I think. Just lost it. Completely lost it. Can't allow that. Or actually, that was Wivel. 21? I think that's Wivel. Trying to remember my lineups here off the top of my head. I actually saw that was Christian Schneider, a name that we haven't heard at all yet this year, making his first appearance of the year after an injury. Christian Schneider. Not a good, definitely not the best way for me to say his name for the first time as a Bobcat. He's with 1904 last year, but the fact that it did not result in a goal, you got to be excited for that. And if you're not watching these live back and forth, just something funny. I don't know why I'm mentioning this, but I said 1904. Schneider played for 1904 at the exact same time that we hit 1904 in the game clock. And so coming up towards about 20 minutes in, overall, Maryland is still got to be pretty happy with where you are, as they'll have another goal kick here. It was $5 general admission tickets anywhere you sat at this match for the Riverhounds. And so even with that, not the greatest weather in Pittsburgh and the Steel City today. So not a huge crowd, but it was cheap soccer. Now a few Bobcats fans made the trip. It's a free kick for the Riverhounds on their own side of midfield. Jocelyn Pasai not wearing the captain's armband today, as he did in the first two league matches for the side. They gave that to the keeper, Christian Calker, for this one. Pittsburgh very upset. I think they might have thought there should have been a booking on that or something. They were not happy at all. Dos Santos was screaming at the official, wanted something other than just a foul, as Maryland gets it off right away, gets it back right away. And then the turnover, they've struggled a bit to control possession. The Riverhounds doing a good job of not making any mistakes so far. There's a bit of a mistake. Mahano takes it away. See if Maryland can control it. They finally get it back in the midfield, and they do at least this time. See if they can just keep it, pass it back and forth within the defense, calm down the game, give themselves, the momentum, give themselves a chance to attack. That Pittsburgh's going to want to press a lot, especially against a lower division team. They're not going to think that Maryland has the skill to complete those quick passes, complete that triangle passing, and they turn it over there after a bit of quick press from the Riverhounds. Cross there from Pittsburgh. They still have it in the area. Good job there from Manny Gonzalez, my apologies, to get his foot in the way of the pass, take it away, and Maryland will have a throw in. It's a foul. Maryland will have it. Try and give you guys updates on the other Open Cup matches as this one goes on. Charlotte Independence has taken a 1-0 lead over the North Carolina Fusion. A duty goal in the 14th minute. They're 22 minutes in. That's not a good turnover there. Pittsburgh a chance. Good job from Forca to force it out. It is a corner, though. Yang. That's a good attack from him. Looks like a 4-4-1-1 from Pittsburgh today. 4-2-3-1 from Maryland with Solomon the attacker. That's what Mob gives for this match. So far, they've given Calker a good rating of 6.8. As that was a free header in the box. Very lucky that they got that one out. Solomon unable to control it on the clearance. They send it in again. That's easy work for Calker, though. That was dangerous. That's a good chance there for Pittsburgh. I said Calker a 6.8 rating. Manny Gonzalez with a 6.7. That's pretty good for him. That's the tallest or highest out of any in the outfield. Let's see what Solomon can do. It might have been touched. No, it's going to be a goal kick for the Riverhounds. Just rolled out of bounds. That might have been a chance. Out of anyone on the Riverhounds, they have Ordonez with the highest rating. You give him a 6.8 so far. Yeah, that's true. It's the glasses. You might be able to see the replay, and Sam said that I'll try my best. Kind of see it into the glasses. The blue light ones keep my eyes strong, and also the fact that if I take them off, I am a bit blind. But maybe see your best. I can look up, and you can see a bit of a replay. I'm not sure, but I'll try and do my best goal call, even though I don't have any of my spotting notes that I normally have prepared for a broadcast. I'd imagine, though, any goals, any crazy highlights like that, the Open Cup will post on Twitter. So I'm sure you can check it out there to see the replay of that. I don't want to get this stream taken down because we have some other great content here on the Maryland Bobcats YouTube channel. Some interviews. The Old Bay breakdown comes out weekly on Fridays at noon. You can check that out. Bobcats are back in action on Saturday after this match. They'll host the AC Syracuse Pulse and some NISA League action. It's a home match. Get your tickets at MarylandBobcatsFC.com/tickets. Get them for just $10, the supporter section tickets, and hang out with the Old Bay Brigade. It's a great time. Some food from Jimmy's Seafood, one of the best crab cakes that you'll ever have. And some beer from True Respite. Oh, here's a chance for Pittsburgh. Oh, just over the head. There with their striker. Pittsburgh's definitely had more chances so far in this one. But overall, Maryland's done a good job of not allowing anything, out of the ordinary. And because of that, I would say so far that if I'm giving them a grade, it's not an A+. It's not an A because if it's an A, that means that they're winning. I'd say it's a solid B. They have allowed some chances, but you have to imagine there's maybe some nerves here playing the higher division team, knowing that you're on ESPN. Overall, it's been solid. Espinal trying one from very far out, maybe a bit ill-advised. You could have tried to continue the attack and get a better opportunity than that, but with Espinal's boot, how hot it's been recently, I guess I understand why you try it. It's a beautiful stadium, Highmark in Pittsburgh, right on the river. There's the yellow bridges in the background, the skyline. Shame it's not better weather. in Pittsburgh today. It looks pretty rainy, very similar to how it is in Maryland. Good job there from Mason to clean up a long ball. 30th minute, still no score overall, Maryland. A good start. I'd be interested to see if there's going to be any halftime substitutions from Coach Rostello. Maybe they'll put Elijah Amo in, see what he can do in the attack, go a bit more attacking if Coach is happy with how things have gone. Solid bench for Maryland today. This game being played back and forth in the middle third. The bench for Maryland today has got Noah Wright, Cisse, Boone, Amo, Akinkoy, and Alvarado. Wright, the only defender in there, more of an outside back. So a lot of attacking chances there for sure from Maryland off the bench. Alvarado and Akinkoy, more of midfielders, but Pele, Boone, Amo, all forwards. So I'd imagine if Rostello needs a goal, he takes off a guy like Schneider and goes with one of the attackers. Maybe, Mahano comes off. Oh, a ball stuck up in the netting. That one almost went into the river. Could you see Maryland bringing out the big guns in the second half? Amo and Boone could get one back? Absolutely. Although I hope they don't have to get one back and that there's no goals yet and that it's still tied. That's absolutely the hope. I 100% would see at least one of them coming in. Wouldn't be surprised if it's both. And I'd imagine maybe, possibly one of them comes in at halftime and the other one comes in 65th-ish minute. That would be my guess. You can keep asking questions here on the YouTube chat. And as you can see, I can put them up onto the screen. So just ask all the ones that you have in the chat. I'd be happy to answer them. Tell me, guys. Tell me what you guys have thought so far of the match. You're in the 32nd minute. A ratings update. Calker, the only man in the match over a 6. He's at a 7. Espinal, a 6.8 ratings-wise. Pretty low all around for the Riverhounds. And the 11, St. Louis SC getting ready to kick off, as is the Stars versus DCFC. Charlotte Independence still leads North Carolina Fusion U23 1-0 in the 30th minute. What are the rules if it's tied after 90? Sam, we go to 2 overtimes and then penalty kicks. So no replay, just your classic knockout, no replays. 15-minute overtimes and then penalty kicks. The draw for the second round, I believe on Thursday, maybe Friday, but it is this week. The MLS teams come in the third round. Not all, but a majority of them do. Also, another rule with, here's a chance for Pittsburgh. It's open in front, and Forca is able to clear it out. That was very dangerous. I want to see them counter after a chance like that. Maybe here's a chance. Dealing with it on the far side. Another thing is you do get an additional substitute window and an additional substitute that brings it to 6 if a match does go into added time. I don't believe it is golden goal. Sam, you asked that. I'm not an expert on the Open Cup rules, as free kick about 40 yards out coming up for Pittsburgh, although I'll try and find out if it is golden goal. I don't think it is. I believe it. You played out the whole time. And no golden goal. So no golden goal in this. It's you play the 15 minutes. If it's still tied after, it goes to penalties. As a good job there from Maryland to control the free kick. 10 minutes left here in half number 1. Throw in right away. Espinal. So unable to keep it in. Very physical play from both sides, but it's been pretty clean throughout. Pretty high-quality soccer match so far. Both teams with some opportunities, some set pieces for both. Overall, been a very solid first half. At halftime, we'll stay here on the air. I will go head out, get some more water, then be back after about a 5-minute break. So just want to update you all on that. It'll have a ticker here on the bottom that'll say halftime. Be back in a minute. So if you go anywhere and come back, just rejoin about 5 minutes later and see if where we are. Ball towards Solomon and is offsides. Peyton Manning be joining the broadcast for the second half. If anyone has a connection to Peyton, I'd be happy to have him on. But as of now, no. We do have the ability to bring someone on. Potentially, we're hoping maybe post-match we can get an interview or two with Bobcats players or coach. And so we do have the ability to do that, to bring someone on. But Peyton Manning, I'd imagine not. Let's see. Still 37th minute. Still no goals. Overall, Maryland. A decent start. There's been some chances for the Riverhounds, and here's another one. Ball crossed in. Oh. And there's a goal for the Riverhounds. 37th minute. Not much Calker could have done about that one. It felt like one was going to come. A lot of chances, a lot of crosses allowed in, and there's the first one. Just a back post run, and Schneider just didn't pick it up well. Went the wrong way, and it's Toby Sims with the goal, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Toby Sims in the 37th minute, the scoring underway. Smoke on the field from the Steel Army, and Riverhounds trying to go for a second one. A good job, though, from Calker to collect it clean. Maryland playing it in the back, and a lot of high press from Pittsburgh, just struggling to deal with it. It was a good job, though, from Mason to evade, and Pittsburgh, a ton of guys forward. Here's a chance for maybe something. See what Espinal can do with it now, and can't control long enough. Maryland maybe a bit more aggressive now on the counterattack and on the attack from what we've seen before. As here's another ball through for Pittsburgh. McKinday trying to get back, and a good job there to take it away. A good tackle. And we're asking for a foul. Didn't get it. See Yang, who was taken down in the box. So 1-0 Pittsburgh here in the 40th. Goal came about 3 minutes ago. I think Maryland really missing both Yaya Fane and Brandon Clegg in this match. Long ball there to Sam Solomon. Wasn't able to do much with it. Espinal, nope. Just lose it again. Get it back. Let's see what Mahano can do maybe. And no, they lose. Just Maryland struggling to maintain possession for lengths of time. The press is getting to them. Oh, another chance here for Pittsburgh. Oh, Calker was off his line. That could have been another one. That was dangerous. Just almost a wide open net missed. Dos Santos was almost wide open and just whiffed it, missed it. And Maryland lucky. Because that could have been a goal. That could have been 2 for Pittsburgh. It's a throw-in for Pittsburgh at midfield. 42nd minute, about to turn over into the 43rd. Bob Lilly rotating things a lot, changing things a lot in the front three. They're all switching positions, left, right, center. Trying to keep things fresh. Make things harder for Maryland. Passing just hasn't been there for Maryland. Another turnover. It's just not really there yet right now. for the Bobcats. Dangerous pass back there from Mason, though. Calker, lucky able to collect it. It's out for a Maryland throw. One minute of stoppage time. So 1-0, 1 minute to go, about 40 seconds now here in half number one. Just really not able to get it going in the final third, especially. Turnovers now and then. I think you gotta move in Amo or Boone at half. I think that's got to be my number one thing if I'm Coach Rostello moving in to the break, as there's the whistle at halftime. It is Pittsburgh Riverhounds 1, Maryland Bobcats 0. So, if I'm Coach Rostello, I'd say put in Elijah Amo right now at half. I think that Solomon needs help up top. They're struggling with maintaining any possession, with getting any possession up there. But 1-0, not awful. I'll be back in about 10 minutes for another recap of my first half, and then for the second half. Leave all your questions, any reactions from you so far in the comments down below. I'll get to those in a bit, but halftime here, and I'll be back soon. So don't go anywhere. Pittsburgh 1, Maryland 0 at half in the second round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. All right, everybody. Second half between the Maryland Bobcats and Pittsburgh Riverhounds coming up in just 1 minute. The Riverhounds lead 1-0. Overall, not the worst first half for Maryland. Only down 1-0. But if you're Pittsburgh, it's a dream. That's all that you needed to be up 1-0. So definitely there's a lot of ways they can improve, but not the worst start for the Bobcats. The goal for Pittsburgh came from Toby Sims. Maryland has had 47% of possession to Pittsburgh's 53%. Looks like the rain has picked up a lot in Pittsburgh. Maryland 2 shots, Pittsburgh 7. Bobcats 78% accurate passes. Wow. Riverhounds 84%. That's definitely been noticeable, been a big thing. And there it is. Exactly what I asked for. That looks like a halftime substitution. And that looks like it is Elijah Amo coming in for the start of the second half. And so Maryland, they've got to pick things up soon. They really have to, but let's see what they can do. Looks like they have Amo now up top. I think he could be big already. That's a nice pass there. Let's see it. Ball in towards the box and cleared out, but here's a Maryland throw. Good first 30 seconds of the second half. So throw in now for the Riverhounds, just next to their own corner flag. Maryland pressing more here. Looks like Pele has gone in too, so that's a couple substitution for the Bobcats and Noah Wright, I think. That might be 3. Nothing that I've seen yet on Twitter tweeting out the substitutions. But that looks like we have a Wright in for Maryland. And Pele and Amo. Of course, try and get that confirmed. I haven't seen any tweets about it or anything, but that's what it looks like to me. All 3 of those substitutions I like. Those are all guys who can be a game changer. And Wright, a good job there to step in front of a pass just too hard of a touch. Couldn't keep it in. If you're Maryland, up the pressure, up the press, get that goal back as soon as you can. I mean, this was, if we go back, this was said in the comments a while ago by one of the people that's been watching this live. This was all the way back at 7:34, which is about 30 minutes in. Could see MD bringing out the big guns in the second half. Amo and Boog could get one back. You see Amo in. And I wouldn't be so surprised if we see Boone come in at some point. Looks like a stoppage from the official, and it's a man down. It's Noah Wright for Maryland down injured, and he just came on 2 minutes ago. Looked like it might be his groin or something, but he just came on the pitch a minute ago, and he is already hobbling off. So Maryland down to 10 men for a bit, it looks like. So we'll see. Ooh, he'll be fine. Just got hit in the jewels. So that's what it was, and he's back out there, but that's gonna hurt. He's still limping around, still trying to get his wind back, but that hurts. Got hit right in the jewels. Ooh, hope he's okay, but he's back out onto the pitch, so Maryland back to 11 men. It's Elijah Amo on, Sam Solomon off for Maryland. They're officially listing off these substitutions now. No Wright on for Christian Schneider. I like that move. Then the third one, I think Mahano's off, maybe? for Pele on. Pele James Cisse. So Mohamed Cisse goes by a number of names. Pele's nickname. Maybe a bit of a questionable call there on a throw-in, but they'll give it to Pittsburgh. And, that's a free kick given to Pittsburgh right at the edge of the penalty area in the corner of the box. So here's a decent opportunity for Pittsburgh. This will be a good chance to send one in. Potentially make it 2 at that point. It's going to be very hard for Maryland to come back. It's a very questionable call, definitely, on the free kick. I mean, again, they did nothing there. He just stood still. He got jumped into, and that's where they called a foul on, and now it gives Pittsburgh a free kick in a good area. Only 4 in the box for Pittsburgh, so see if they send it in. They do go for a goal, and it's way wide. Calker just watched it go by. Five minutes into the second half. Maryland looking a bit better at the start, but here's a chance for Pittsburgh. This isn't looking good. Pittsburgh wanted a penalty. McKinday, though, looked pretty clean to me. And here's Amo. This is a chance on the counter for Maryland. See what Amo can do. In towards the edge of the box. Oh, it was blocked on its way. It's a good chance. That's what you got to do. That's what I want to see if I'm Maryland. It was a good run from Amo. The shot eventually got blocked, but we haven't seen anything like that so far in this game. Got to do stuff like that if you want to tie this. Down 1-0. Again, if you guys have any questions at all, make sure to ask them here in the YouTube comments. Be happy to answer. That was a good ball from Espinal. See what Mason can do. Gets by the defender, and they just cleared out. The keeper came off his line. Maybe a bit risky there, but lucky enough for him, Mason wasn't able to keep it going, and Maryland still with it. A good first 7 minutes here of this half. Very positive for Maryland compared to how the first half went. Just got to keep it going. Keep it up, keep it going. It is very rainy, but this is a turf field here. I guess they're in Pittsburgh. I'm in Montgomery County, Maryland, about 10 minutes away from the Soccerplex home stadium. Bobcats will be back there on Saturday. Great atmosphere. Make sure to come out. Get your tickets at MarylandBobcatsFC.com. Pittsburgh really pressing here. I mean, they had 2 guys there go up to Calker as he collected a back pass. Noah Wright really pressuring, and that was a very ill-advised pass. Maryland takes it away, and then they lose it right away, back and forth, kind of pinballing here, and here's Pasayan. Let's see what he can do. It's a good ball towards Cisse. Get there. Keeper just flew out. It was really his first action of the match. I haven't seen much of Wade at all, and there he is. Just came flying through and karate kicked it out. That's not great. A bit throwing, though, from Maryland. Who looks likely to score next? Alex, I feel like it's been pretty even here in the second half. Riverhounds absolutely had more chances in the first, but Maryland's had some pretty positive runs. They've looked a lot better here in the second half. If anything, if I'm a betting man, unfortunately at this point, I bet that we see no more goals and that this ends up 1-0 Pittsburgh. But I don't know. I mean, both teams have looked good. Here's Amo. Maybe he'll get one here, and had a chance there. It was a long drop kick from Christian Calker, and Amo had a chance at it. I've liked what I've seen from Amo since he's came in at half. Now in the 55th minute, 10 minutes into the second half, definitely more positive here from Maryland. And a man slips up. That was right, a one-on-one, and it's 2-0 for Pittsburgh. Well, now it's not going to be easy to come back from that. Pittsburgh's not a team that gives up a 1-0 lead. When you make it 2, makes it 10 times harder. No, right just slipped. Just slipped and allowed a man wide open in. It's Toby Sims. That's the second of the match. Nothing that Calker could have done about it. Absolutely nothing that he could have done. Toby Sims, his second goal of the match. So Maryland's going to need one now soon if they want to have any chance to come back. There's a positive run. But no. And another good ball there, but right into the chest of Calker. Could have been dangerous. Around the U.S. Open Cup, Charlotte Independence 2, North Carolina Fusion 23-2. Tampa Bay Rowdies lead the Villages 3-0 in the 42nd minute. Well, here's a potential cup set. The Indy 11 Trail St. Louis 2, 1-0 in the 44th minute. At half, Detroit City and the Michigan Stars still no goals in that one. Union Omaha and Des Moines Menace 11 minutes in, 0-0. Other NISA League teams, the LA Force plays Orange County at 10:30 tonight. Tomorrow, the Poles take on the Clarkstown SC Eagles at 7 p.m. Flower City takes on Pioneers at 7:30. Maybe a chance for Amo. Ball into the box. Oh, just wide. Oh, Pele had a chance. Just going to get a touch on it. That one's got to go in. Ooh. But also tomorrow, 1904, Albion San Diego at 10:30. And then Thursday, Chattanooga hosts Memphis 901 at 7 p.m. at Chattanooga. And then Cal United at 10:30 hosts San Fernando Valley. So there's the rest of the NISA League. Corner here for Maryland. That was their best chance of the match. Almost got one into the net with Cisse. That would have been big to make it a one-goal game again in the 60th minute. Just missed it wide. See it. Ton of guys into the box. Forka tried to go off the volley and completely whiffed on it. Didn't have much of a chance, and it's easy for the Pittsburgh keeper. Wait. Two-thirds into this match, 2-0 to Pittsburgh. Need a goal soon, but starting to run out of time, especially with how Pittsburgh plays. They can get very defensive and park the bus. They do it so well. It's a good job there from Espinal to take it away and then draw a foul. Got to get more aggressive here at some point, especially on the defensive end. Oh, a foul there just as Maryland was about to win it back. It's a free kick for the Riverhounds. Bobcats have got to get back into this soon, I think, if they want to give themselves a chance to tie this one up before it goes to half, which is the only chance that I think they have to win. I don't think you're scoring 3 more goals. Is score in the next 8 minutes. Score before it gets to 70, before you have only 20 minutes left. Pittsburgh, though, just doing a good job of controlling possession here recently, especially as well, there they get it back. Let's see what they can do now. Here's Amo. Oh, here's a chance again. Another one here. It's starting to look better. Starting to see this attack. I wish I saw this earlier from Maryland. This is how they play. This is how they have to be playing. It's coming too late. If you're down 1-0 and you're playing like this, you're fine. I mean, I like where they'd be. I'd like their chances. But right now, down by 2, they need to go. 66th now. Still 2-0 Pittsburgh. Maryland's starting to really gain some attacks recently, starting to look a lot stronger, but not strong enough. It's not enough yet. Like I said, they really need a goal in the next 5 minutes, I think. They want a chance. Noah Wright just loses it there. He's been struggling here so far. Slipped and allowed the second goal for the Riverhounds and allowed the possession to go to them. And here's an open man. It's just sloppy defending from the Bobcats. Lucky for them, though, it is a goal kick for Calker. Maryland's starting to control more possession here. Trying to get a bit more of an analytical focus here in this second half. They're definitely looking solid. Noah right there just loses it again, kind of struggling here at this right back position, just losing possession again. I like the halftime substitutions by Coach Rostello. I think that Pele and Amo both really have been impactful since they came on at half in their 22 minutes here on the field. But since they came on, they've conceded one and they haven't scored at all. So that's going to be an issue, of course. The one conceded was a slipped man, and that's the weather. That's unlucky, but it's at the end of the day, that's just how it is. And so you got to get back and you got to attack and you got to score a goal. And they just haven't been able to connect, especially on passes in the final third. But all over the pitch, they've just not passed it that well, and that's going to hurt you. Here's a chance, maybe. You got to go, but that pass there from Pele it didn't have any intent, it felt like, towards it, just going in towards the box, but there's no one there. There's Amo there, but there's 4 Riverhounds defenders. You got to play aggressive. You have to at least have intent to it. There has to be someone where you're passing it towards, surrounded by 4 opposition players. And Amo just lost it there. I mean, crazy just what he can do when you're talking about going up against Nisa defenders versus that. It just wasn't there. That's nice from Davey. Here it is. No, Pele caught off. It was close. It was a good run. Got to make those if you want to maybe get a goal, but 20 minutes to go. 19 minutes to be exact. Starting to lose hope if you're a Maryland supporter. See how are the teams doing regarding putting men forward. Definitely Maryland has picked it up here recently. They struggled early on, especially. They really just had Solomon ahead as the lone striker, and he had no help at all. When they put on Amo and Cisse, there was definitely much more of an emphasis on trying to get to the net, trying to score. But it just hasn't been enough yet. The Riverhounds, they're definitely not giving up on the attack. They're definitely still going in, definitely still trying to get another one and make it even 3. But Maryland definitely further forward. The Riverhounds really trying to keep close to 8 behind the ball at any chance right now and almost parked the bus. Celtic or Rangers? Rangers 100%. American Celtic FC fan. Rangers. Multiple reasons. First of all, Riverhounds fan here in the chat. Thank you for joining us. But, of course, that's going to play a part of it. But also, Liverpool fan growing up. Steven Gerrard, their manager. I'll go with the Celtic. I'll go with Rangers. Maybe a chance for Davey, and just blocked on its way and goes out for a throw-in. Looks like a man down in the box for Pittsburgh. Yeah, what Devin Kurz, the analyst on this broadcast, is saying is something that I think has been an issue a lot for the Bobcats since they became a professional club, since I started working with them, since I started covering them. Whenever they get in towards the area, they're not lifting balls at all into the box. I don't remember them really scoring any headers. They're not really lifting them much at all. And so they don't really have much of a chance. It's all on the ground, makes it a lot easier to be blocked. You had Cisse there open on the far post on that last run for Davey, and he just tried to pass it along the ground, and that's not going to work all the time. It's like a couple substitutes getting ready to come in for the Riverhounds up by 2. Just going to try and keep this lead with 15 minutes to go. It's not looking great for Maryland, but coming to this match, there was cautious optimism, I'd say, within the club. But no one going and expecting them to win it as the team in the lower division side. I mean, a 2-0 loss to a USL Championship team is not bad one bit. Especially, now, no, they weren't playing their top side, but they weren't playing their worst team either. There are guys in this lineup who get solid minutes in the USL Championship. And 2-0 is not great, but there's definitely a lot that you can build on, a lot that I think will help the team moving into the NISA campaign. Looks like Bassian will come out and Akingoy will come in for the Bobcats. Maryland will have a throw-in. An update in the match that everyone involved in NISA is interested in. Detroit City 2, Michigan Stars 0. Both goals coming in the 45th minute beyond before the break. Union Omaha and Des Moines Menace tied 1-1 in the 30th minute. St. Louis 2 leads Indy 11 1-0 at half. Tampa Bay Rowdies lead the Villages 3-0 at half. Charlotte Independence and Carolina Dynamo 2-2 in the 73rd. San Antonio and Defeaters Kicks just getting underway. FC Tulsa and Tulsa Athletic will get going soon. Whoa. All right, I just looking back at this chat. Steven Gerrard got sacked? Sacked, or did he go up to the Premier League? I mean, I wouldn't say he was sacked. He had a very, very successful start, didn't he? If I'm remembering this correctly. Because then he left Aston Villa, unless I'm completely messing up because I'm not the biggest Premier League fan anymore. Didn't he do really well with Rangers? And didn't they win the league in Scotland? Didn't they win the league? Did he get sacked, or did he just leave to go to the Prem, which is a higher league? And Alex saying, got to give respect to Maryland. Put up a fight this half. Absolutely. They definitely put up a fight here in the second half. I wish I saw what I've seen here in the second half all match long. I wish that there was more. Just attack. I wish that there was more purpose early on. But 2-0 to this Pittsburgh team is not bad. Especially when one of the goals was because of a slip defender. It definitely could have been better, but it's not over. Still got 11 and a half plus minutes. Maybe you can pull off a miracle. They're talking about it on the broadcast. You can see that this team has a lot of quality, but the confidence just isn't quite there. And I definitely agree with that here in this match. Early on, there was just no sense of purpose in a lot of the attacks that they were making. It was almost like no one wanted to do it themselves. It's starting to pick up definitely as this match goes on, but you can see the quality. I mean, they have the quality to be where they are. Just that confidence maybe not yet there, and it can be hard to have all of it going up against the USL Championship team, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. But definitely nothing to hang their head on, and I like their chances in the NISA League. They've got a match coming up against the Riverhounds soon. Or not, sorry, against the Pulse on Saturday after this match. There's a chance maybe. Let's see what Darwin can do. Oh, just too high. I mean, not a great shot there, but he tried to go in on net. Maybe just I understand, you're at this point in the match, 8 minutes to go. You want to just get one in the net, but even at this point, I feel like you want a bit more purpose in it. Andy Alvarado comes on for Drew Wivel. A good performance from Wivel, his first professional start. Number of Bobcats making their first pro starts today. Another chance here for Pittsburgh. Ooh. Went all the way across the front of the net. Chance to make it 3, but stays 2-0. Another corner kick now for Pittsburgh. Give you another update around the U.S. Open Cup. Not the only match going on tonight. All of them on ESPN Plus, along with this Bobcats match. FC Tulsa against Tulsa Athletic. 6 minutes in, already 1-0. San Antonio defeated Kicks. Still no score 9 minutes in. Detroit City leads the Stars. The second half just underway. It's up 2-0. 36th minute, Union Omaha and Des Moines Menace 1-1. St. Louis 2 leads Indy 11 1-0 in the 52nd. The Rowdies lead the Villages in the 50th. And then Charlotte Independence Carolina Dynamo tied at 2 in the 79th minute. Although the Independence down to 10 men. Back and forth they've been. Independence up 1-0, then 1-1, then 2-1, and now 2-2. And now they're down to 10 men. So maybe a possible cup set there. St. Louis 2 with the possible one over Indy 11. LA Force in action at 10:30 tonight. Them and the Stars, the other two NISA teams competing tonight, all looking to become the first team in NISA to win a U.S. Open Cup match. '85th minute, still 2-0 to Pittsburgh. Time's really run out for Maryland. Ooh. Maryland have a free kick. Cisse just got folded. Man, jump on his back. Holding his back. Look, hopefully he's okay. He's a guy that the Bobcats will need moving on. Oof. Able to get up. It'll be a free kick for Maryland. Espinal will take the free kick. Ooh, chance off the free kick. Moving into the 90th minute. Toby Sims, 2 goals for the Riverhounds. They lead 2-0, and gotta imagine that's how this match will end. And the dreams of a MLS matchup for the Bobcats squashed. A hope for a U.S. Open Cup run for the only professional soccer team in Maryland, the only Maryland team in the U.S. Open Cup. Unfortunately, will end tonight, but the NISA League moves on. Bobcats will be back in action on Saturday against the AC Syracuse Pulse. Game at 7 p.m. You can watch it on 11 Sports. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Maryland, let's see what they can do. Trying to get one back in the box. Pele got a shot off. A try again. In the end, pretty easy save for Waite. They had a chance. Good work. Just couldn't finish. Consistency isn't fully there. Another chance there from Maryland down the far side where they've seen a lot of success here in the second half, but that time it was just taken away, and Pittsburgh will maybe look to counter. We'll let off the air once this match ends. Just want to thank you all who tuned in for joining me for this U.S. Open Cup second round watch along. Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2, Maryland Bobcats 0. Still about a minute and a half to go until the final whistle. I'll give my final thoughts and takeaways once we get there. Not the top lineup that we've ever seen from Maryland tonight. Without the top two center backs and Yaya Fane and Joseph Boone, it was never going to be easy. And I think with them, this potentially could have been a different match because they really could have, if Coach Ristella wanted, played 4 in the back. They had to go 3, though, without their 2 center backs. "30 seconds to go. Riverhounds with a corner kick. They have a chance. Still in the area for the Riverhounds. Instead of going to the corner, they'll try one again, but it's going to be a goal kick for Maryland as you see the clock go to 93 minutes, and that could be it. Official will let it go on a bit more. And 3 minutes was what was relayed. Maryland, though, will try one final attack. Here's Amo. Amo came on to the 45th. Wish he was on for more of the match. Looked good when he came in, but that will do it. The Riverhounds win it 2-0. They will advance to the 3rd round of the U.S. Open Cup. The Bobcats run ends here. Their first ever U.S. Open Cup match, unfortunately, ends in defeat. But overall, positives in the second half. They looked a lot better than they did in the first. Just they had the quality, just felt like they lacked a bit of the confidence that's needed in a match like this. That believe in yourself that you need. So 2-0 Riverhounds, your final score. Anyone in the chat have any final thoughts before we head off the air? Let's remind you all, the Old Bay breakdown comes out weekly. The Maryland Bobcats will be back in action on Saturday against the AC Syracuse Pulse at 7 p.m. at the Soccerplex. I'll be on the call on 11 Sports alongside Matt Levis. Make sure to tune in, and if you can't make it, if you can, buy your tickets at MarylandBobcatsFC.com. So that's all from me. I hope you all have a great night. Bobcats lose 2-0 to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.